Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean. Welcome to Manflow Yoga. This video is a quick yoga routine for depression and anxiety. So I'm going to walk you through a few of my favorite postures for specifically addressing anxiety and depression with yoga. As you're following along to these postures, I want you to keep in mind two things in particular. Number one, focus on slow, controlled breathing. You want to do this because it's going to help activate your body's parasympathetic nervous response, which helps you rest, digest, conserve energy, and wind down. The second part is you want to focus on your body awareness. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your body, paying attention to how the breathing affects your body, and really working on releasing tension through your body as you're going through these postures. You're going to need 2 blocks and a strap and a yoga mat for this routine. If you don't have those, you can get by with whatever you have lying around the house. I'd also recommend that you have a cushion of some sort so that if you want to put your head down and really relax, you can relax on that cushion as opposed to putting your head on the ground. We're going to get started in a tabletop position. First posture is prone wrist stretches. So you're going to get into a tabletop position. Turn your palms to face down, fingers facing you. Relax your hips, relax your knees, relax your shoulders. Lean your shoulders, lean your hips back toward your heels until you feel a stretch through your wrist. And start that slow, controlled breathing in and out of the nose. And as you're exhaling, you can notice that you're slowly relieving tension. You're slowly releasing muscle tightness. That's the goal here. So sometimes that means moving deeper into the stretch, and sometimes that means just becoming more comfortable with the stretch that you're already in. So whatever that means to you, whatever helps you feel relaxed, that's what I want you to focus on in this stretch. This is going to target your forearms. You might also feel some stretching through your hips, maybe through your back, maybe through your shoulders, as you sit your butt back toward your heels. And always checking back in with your breathing. Really slow and controlled. You can also start to be aware of your body. Obviously feeling that stretch through the forearms, but then also taking account of the rest of your body. Paying attention to your shoulders, your back, your knees, your hips, and really focusing on that body awareness and breathing. All right, and from here we're going to move into a child's pose. If you have your blocks and that helps make this more comfortable for you, you're welcome to use your blocks. Put either one at the top of the mat, and then allow your hips to come back toward your heels into a child's pose. If it's more comfortable for you, you can put your hands flat on the ground, and you can even use a block to support your head if that feels good. Butt comes back toward your heels, lightly press down through your hands, and again, going back to that really slow, controlled breathing. I want to check if my mic's on. Yeah, we're good. So you'll feel the stretch in your low back, in your hips, your shoulders, maybe through your ankles as well. And you don't want to try and push yourself into a new flexibility personal best here. We really want to focus on just getting a nice, even stretch through your body. Shouldn't feel discomfort anywhere. If your knees or your back is uncomfortable here, you can bring your hips a little bit further away from your heels. You can try tucking your toes if you've noticed that you've got cramping through your ankles. And again, just keeping your body really relaxed here, releasing tension through your shoulders as you exhale, really allowing your head to relax onto the floor or onto the block, or if you have that pillow, relaxing it onto the pillow. Maybe even closing your eyes if you feel comfortable doing that. And child's pose is one of the best postures for addressing anxiety and depression. It puts your body into a protected position.
You're protecting all of your body's vital organs here, the front side of your body. And it allows you to breathe with an open chest, so you have a better breathing ability here with your arms up like this and your chest open. And you could stay here for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, as long as you feel okay. Just keep focusing on that slow, controlled breathing and paying attention to the various sensations of your body. All the way from your toes up to your fingers, your head, your back, your hips. All right. From here we're going to move into a lizard stretch. So you're going to take both blocks, put them at the top of the mat, bring your right foot just to the inside of the top right block, pull your chest forward and up. So get nice and tall here, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow your hips to sink forward, kind of going deeper into it. One more deep breath here, pull your chest up. And as you exhale, go forward into that lunge. And then breathing here on your own pace, really slow and controlled, using your hands to lightly hold yourself up so you're not worried about using your lower body strength that much here. Nice big stretch to the front of your left hip. We can hold mental or emotional stress in the body as well. So there's stories of, massage therapists giving massages to clients who have trapped stress in particular muscle groups, and they'll just start spontaneously crying on the table. And that's because, you could store that stress in muscles and you might just not know about it. So we're working on releasing tension through your muscles here. At the same time, again, focusing on that slow, controlled breathing. You can allow your chin to relax in toward your throat, and that's going to help put your body into that, again, that protected, relaxed position. If this is too intense, you can bring your feet a little bit closer together. You don't have to go as deep as you possibly can. It's more so just about getting your body into a position where the stretch feels good, where it's not too intense. And you can focus on that slow, controlled breathing. Being aware of not just the stretch in the hips, but also what's going on in your shoulders. Is your neck relaxed? Are your shoulders relaxed? Is your head relaxed? One more breath here. And then release, and we'll switch sides. So left leg up, right leg back. Keep your toes tucked. That way we can get a nice stretch through the toes. If it's uncomfortable to the point that you can't do that, you can also untuck your feet and let the top of your foot lay flat on the ground. Hands are on the blocks, so you don't have to hold yourself up with your lower body. So your upper body's helping out. Just make sure that your chest is nice and open, so shoulders kind of pulling toward one another, shoulder blades pulling toward one another, and then shoulders kind of coming down and back, so your chest is open. Nice long torso from your hips, so from your pubic bone, from your waist, all the way up through your throat. Top of the head kind of lengthening away from your hips. And as you're exhaling, just allowing gravity to work your hips a little bit closer toward the floor. You don't have to push there. You're just using your breathing and using gravity to do that. Pay attention to your feet. So kind of just take inventory of your body here. Paying attention to your feet, your toes, slowly moving up to your ankles and your shins. Feeling what's going on in your knees. Moving up to your hips where you're feeling that stretch. Maybe through the inner thighs and then also through the front of your right hip. Maybe some opening through your abdominal area. Moving up to your shoulders and your chest, keeping your chest open, your shoulders relaxed, your chin relaxed toward your throat. 2 more breaths here. Okay. And then from here, moving into a needle thread. So you're going to go back toward that child's pose position that we were in before. Knees wide, big toes touching. Allow your butt to come back toward your heels. Left hand out at the top left corner of the mat. Slide your right hand through your left hand and your left knee. Relax your head on the ground here. If you want that pillow, if that feels better, put the pillow under your head. Lightly pressing down through your left hand. And if that doesn't feel good, you can even bring your left hand kind of right in front of your face and relax it there. Lightly press the back of your right arm into the ground and then just lightly pull it toward the right. Deep breaths here. Really as deep as you can, comfortably. And then an exhale through the nose, allowing your body to progress into the stretch. 3 more breaths here, kind of on your own pace, paying attention to that stretch in the back of the right shoulder blade, maybe feeling some stretching through the mid and the low back, making sure there's no tension through your neck, shoulders, or your head. Using the exhale to kind of let that tension wash away or just slowly subside. All right, and then switch sides. Right hand near the top right corner of the mat. Slide your left hand through your right hand and your right knee. Back of the left arm on the ground. Go ahead and place your right hand wherever it feels comfortable, maybe just in front of your face. Lightly press the left arm down, pull it back toward the left. Lengthen your head away from your shoulders, so make your neck nice and long to avoid creating any additional tension there. And really deep breathing again. Make sure that your inhales and exhales are continuous. Don't hold your breath at all. Try to breathe a little bit longer than you're used to, but also don't feel the obligation to, take a 20-second inhale. Do what feels comfortable. As you're exhaling, try to release tension. Try to work a little bit deeper into the stretch. Pay attention if you're holding on to tension in your neck, your head, your shoulders, or your back, and just kind of let that go. One more breath here. Okay, go ahead and come out of that. We're going to move into some neck stretches. So go ahead and just get into a nice seated position. However, whatever is comfortable for you. If that means sitting on a block cross-legged, you can do that. If that means sitting in an easy pose on the floor cross-legged, or if it just means sitting in a chair, if that's the easiest way for you to sit, just do whatever feels comfortable there. I'm going to sit cross-legged on a block just because that feels good for me, as opposed to sitting completely flat on the floor. Get into a nice upright seated position. So I want you to think lifting your ribs away from your hips, maybe a little bit of light stretching through the hips, but you don't have to really push yourself to be in this position. Remember, easy seated position. Shoulders come down and back. Top of the head presses up, chin relaxes down, and just take a couple breaths here to kind of get set. All right, neck stretches. Bring your right ear toward your right shoulder. Bring your right head to the left side of your head and just lightly pull that down, just very lightly until you feel an adequate stretch from the left ear to the left shoulder. You can also bring your left hand behind your lower back, broaden your chest to feel that stretch to the shoulder, and 3 breaths here. As you exhale, just allowing the head to kind of fall toward the right shoulder a little bit more. Not to the point where it hurts, but just, again, allowing gravity to bring the head a little bit closer down, increasing the intensity of that stretch. All right, and then from here, bring your chin toward your right shoulder. So you're going to look down at your right shoulder. You can hold your head in if you want with the right hand still. Just kind of bringing that head, bringing your kind of forehead to face toward your right shoulder a little bit more, maybe turning the face more toward the back, keeping that left arm in place. You can also think leaning the top of your head kind of away from your left shoulder. You might feel some tingling through the shoulders here. If you do, you can kind of readjust your arms until that subsides. 2 more breaths here. All right, and then back to the middle. Take a deep breath in at the top. And lean your left ear toward your left shoulder, switch sides. Left hand comes to the right side of the head. Lightly pull that down. Bring your right hand behind your low back. If that feels comfortable, you don't have to do it. You could also bring your right hand to your right hip. And again, just deep breaths here. Focusing on length from your right ear down your right shoulder. Just playing around with your head, seeing if you can increase the intensity of that stretch as long as it's comfortable. All right, and then moving to the next stretch, turn to face your left shoulder. Think about pressing the top of your head away from your right shoulder, tucking your chin in a little bit more, maybe using your hand on your head to increase that stretch. 3 breaths here as well. And if you lean a little bit to the left here, that's okay. We're not too concerned with technique here. The more important part is finding a position that feels comfortable. As long as there's no sharp pain, as long as we're not pushing too deep into this. And again, always being conscious of that slow, controlled breathing. But also not being upset at yourself if you forget to breathe. That's okay. That's normal. It takes practice. All right, then come back to the middle. Relax your shoulders. Okay, and we're going to move on to your back. Great job on those. Just a couple more to go here. Bring your knees over your hips. Bring your arms out to the sides. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your legs over to the right. Right hand on top of your left knee. Press the back of your left arm toward the ground. If your knee doesn't quite touch the floor, if your left arm comes off the ground, that's okay. Deep breathing here. As you exhale and your body relaxes, you'll notice you can go deeper into this twist. If you feel like you've kind of lost body awareness, start with the toes, kind of wiggling your toes. And then check in with your body, moving up the toes to your ankles, up your shins, your calves to your knees, your thighs, hips. And remembering to breathe. Slow and controlled. Using the exhale to relax further. 1 more breath here. And then switching sides. Legs back to the middle. Deep breath in. And then legs toward the left. Left hand on top of your right knee now. Squeeze the back of your right arm toward the floor. Lengthen your chest, lengthen your spine. Shoulders kind of pulling away from the hips. And as you exhale, allow your body to go deeper into that twist. You can turn over to face toward the right with your head. If it feels comfortable, you're welcome to close your eyes. Closing your eyes is also a really good way to increase body awareness, right? When we kind of cut off one sense, the other senses turn on a bit more. So check in with that stretch in the low back, in the hips. Maybe a stretch through the front of the right shoulder. 1 more breath here. And then back to the middle.
And one final stretch, I'm going to have you grab a strap, or if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or a dog leash or even a t-shirt. Extend your left leg out in front of you. Put a strap around the sole of your right foot. Hold that strap nice and tight. Bring your leg up, knee bent until you feel a stretch. If you want, you can reach your toes down to feel a stretch through your calf as well. A little bit of light body awareness through your core and your spine here. So don't completely relax there. I want you to be just a little bit engaged there. Make sure that you're not stressing your upper body too much, holding onto this strap. If you do have access to a door frame, you can also get your body into this position with the leg up the wall, and that way you don't have to hold on to the strap at all. It's just a little bit more relaxed, so you're welcome to try that out. Shoulders are relaxed, chin is relaxed in toward the throat. Make sure that your right leg is relaxed here. And just really breathing slow and controlled. 2 more breaths. Pay attention to the stretch, feeling this in the back of your right leg. Maybe feeling some relief in the lower back as well. All right, switch sides. So you can bring your left sole of the foot to the strap now, right leg is down. Allow the hips to relax. Deep breath in. As you exhale, release tension through your legs. Allow that stretch to deepen. So a lot of this is just kind of giving into the stretches that we're doing, not fighting them, kind of feeling that tension and then saying, shh, it's okay, body, just relax, let it go. And that takes skill. It's a different kind of strength. If you don't get it right away, don't worry about it. You have to practice it. But if you can practice this when you're doing yoga, if you can understand how to do this while you're doing, yoga, it makes it a lot easier to do it just throughout life. Whether you're sitting at a desk and stressed about something, maybe you're sitting on the couch after a long, stressful day, but being able to practice this breathing, this body awareness, and applying it even when you're not doing yoga is going to be tremendous for stress relief. And that's ultimately, what's really causing anxiety and depression, stress. That's the big exacerbator of this. Even if something else, maybe trauma exists, maybe something else caused it, but stress is just going to make it worse. All right. And then go ahead and release. And from here, I'm just going to invite you to hang out kind of in a reclined butterfly stretch. So last pose, hold it for however long as you want. Bring the soles of your feet together. Try to get your back to relax. Allow your knees to relax down. You can bring your arms out to the sides. And just breathe in and out of your nose. If it's comfortable, you can put maybe a t-shirt over your eyes. Just allow yourself to relax a little bit more, or close your eyes, maybe dim the lights. And just hang out here for as long as you want. Every exhale, you're releasing just a little bit more tension through your body. So noticing where you're keeping stress. Is it in your feet? Is it in your knees, your thighs, your hips? Do you have stress in your back? Are you continuing to squeeze your abs? Release that tension. Let that muscle activation go, and focus on releasing that muscle tension. Again, hang out here for as long as you want. Try to make it at least a minute, but if you want to go up to 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, that's perfectly fine. Breathing and body awareness. All right, if you enjoyed that video, I want to invite you to take my free 7-day challenge. This is a beginner's yoga for men workout series featuring 15-minute workouts and daily emails to help hold you accountable and motivated. This is a great way to learn yoga, to get started, and it's totally free. Sign up at the first link in the description below. When you sign up, I'm also going to give you a free bonus video, a previously members-only workout called Head and Neck Essentials. This is a 25-minute workout that's perfect for relieving tension in your head, neck, and shoulders, useful for pretty much any situation. So go ahead and sign up for that 7-day challenge. Do it right now. Click that link in the description. I'll wait. And if you haven't already subscribed to this YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe. We put out new videos every week. And if you like the video, be sure to like the video, click the like button, and leave a comment if you have any feedback or questions. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you in the next video.